every time I've made something like reasonably complicated, nothing too crazy, but reasonably complicated, I do make it seem as if it's the biggest achievement ever. Like,
Yeah. Did she know I'm the one I go mental? How we running it, she need a medal. If this bit hit my phone, I can get you.
the convenience that's making us miserable. Video by Cheats. I'm not really too sure what to expect by this video. Obviously, I can assume probably, just the overall convenience we have in this modern age that we live in, cars, access to information, things of that nature. So let's go ahead and see what he's talking about.
We are living through the laziest time in human history. Nobody knows how to cook, nobody wants to learn, and somehow we've all collectively decided that paying $37 for one sad little burrito.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys are doing that. I'm not doing that. Paying for meals, trying to finance, they got the pay later stuff for DoorDash now, I think. Yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of doing too much, bro. It comes to a certain point where it's like you have to be able to like have some self dignity. You know what I'm saying? It's like certain things. It's like you can't do them and still have respect for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And something like that, you know, I think that constitutes as an example.
Is a normal way to live. This is the food delivery epidemic. We don't meal prep. We don't grocery shop. We just DoorDash, Uber Eats, Postmates, and spiritually rot while waiting for a stranger to bring us cold fries. Cooking used to be normal, like basic survival. You knew how to boil rice, cut vegetables, maybe flip a pancake without setting your house on fire. Now, cooking is a personality. You tell someone, yeah, I made pasta last night, and suddenly they're like, oh my god, you cook? We've reached a point where putting...
Now, that is facts, though. I mean, it's just something that's become less common as time has gone on and stuff like that. I grew up in a household where there was a lot of cooking, so it's not really foreign in my house even to this day. But, you know, I can't say I don't really cook that much. I do, like, it's not like I never cook, of course, but I don't really cook that, like, I have cooked meals. Okay, maybe I'm a bad example. I have a lot of cooked meals, though. But I personally would rather like buy like Uber Eats, like you said. Like I personally would order out, yeah, before I would want to cook if I had the opportunity to, just because of the convenience, the time, and yeah. But definitely, I am trying to get back into it and stuff to meal prep and stuff like that, and it's just more affordable. Like to eat home cooked meals is more affordable. You know what I'm saying? You spend and waste a lot of money when you're trying to order out all the time. When you order out like that, bro, you can go through hundreds and hundreds of dollars before before you know it. Before you know it. It's a lot of money being spent on secret fees, hidden fees, stuff like that. Then you got to tip the. I mean, I don't tip. Is that crazy? I don't. I try to, but sometimes I don't. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna get better at it though. But yeah though. So yeah, I don't really. I would prefer to order out. I would prefer to. Or, am I good, bro? I would prefer to order out personally, but I do eat primarily cooked meals at the same time. So it's kind of a contradiction, but my scenario is actually very unique. So
Putting food on a stove is treated like a flex. You show someone a photo of your dinner and they act like you deserve a fucking award. You could literally make eggs and
that's
toast,
true.
and someone on TikTok would be like,
Every time
OMG,
I every time I've made something like reasonably complicated, nothing too crazy, but reasonably complicated, I do make it seem as if it's the biggest achievement ever. Like, bro, look what I just made. Like, I remember one time I made a pizza, bro, from scratch. Well, practically from scratch, and I was super proud of myself, very proud of myself. You feel me? I was bragging, doing all this. I was doing a lot. I was doing a lot. And hold on, let me put my seat up. Hold on. Yeah, I was bragging a lot about it. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, all my friends heard about it. Definitely took some pictures. You know what I'm saying? All over that pizza and stuff. So I can agree with that. Even the every time you cook, man, you gonna make it seem as if you're a 5-star chef. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, it seems like such a big accomplishment.
Husband material. Like, okay, don't even get me started on the air fryer era. Half of Gen Z really believes they're chefs because they dumped some frozen chicken strips into a 70.
Nah, man. I don't know if it's possible to live in this day and age without an air fryer. I just don't. I don't think it's possible. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it's possible. Obviously, I'm exaggerating, but bruh, that air fryer, bruh, the convenience of an air fryer needs to be studied. Because having an air fryer makes what used to seem like such a complicated task extremely easy. Like, and the thing about an air fryer is, I guess it fries your food or whatever, but it's like you could really use it for anything. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you frying everything you make, but if you need to heat something up, bro, I'd rather use the air fryer over the microwave. I don't know if that's crazy to say. I really don't. But I would I probably would use the air fryer over the microwave, because sometimes you put stuff in the microwave and it be all soggy and stuff. The air fryer, make it more firm. Pause. But like, yeah, I probably would use the air fryer. I use the air fryer a lot. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. If you don't have an air fryer in your house, I don't know what's going on with you. You feel me? You missing out on a lot of convenience right there. That air fryer, man, it makes life a whole lot easier.
$70 Target appliance and hit start. That's not cooking, that's reheating with extra steps. You're not meal prepping, you're just rotating frozen tenders and mozzarella sticks, like you're running a concession stand. Gordon Ramsay would slap that air fryer out of your hands and tell you to touch a pan for once in your life. Even ramen has been hijacked. People, they add an egg to the instant noodles and they call it homemade or gourmet. Oh my god, you sprinkled some garnish on depression. If you know how to season chicken, you're practically a Michelin-starred chef in this. Garnish on depression. If you know how to season chicken, you're practically a Michelin-starred chef in this generation. Which brings us to food delivery. Food delivery is honestly a gateway addiction. It starts off innocent, like one little Chick-fil-A.
It literally is. Once you order your first thing ever, bruh, it can easily become a way of life. And I am proud to say that I have gotten better at it, as I've gotten older and stuff. And I can say that because, we've been ordering food. Well, I'm 21, so I was ordering food probably when I was like 16. That's really when I started to using this stuff over like COVID and stuff like that. And yeah, so it was a point. I'm not gonna lie, it was a point where I was ordering food almost every day. You feel me? I was ordering stuff almost every day. Like, it was just so convenient, bro. American Deli, bro. American Deli. Bro, that American Deli, bro, you can order that I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Like, but yeah, I definitely got better. You feel me? I had to calm down off of it, especially when I saw what it was doing to my pockets and my waistline. Yeah, I had to slow down on that. So, yeah, but it can definitely become an addiction for sure. For sure.
Order. You're like, I deserve this. Next thing you know, it's 11 p.m. and you're ordering a smoothie and a cookie for $28 like you're some kind of tech billionaire on a juice cleanse. And here's the thing, you're not even hungry. You just don't want to stand up. The kitchen is right there, but somehow the idea of making food feels like labor. Like, you want me to microwave something in this economy? So instead, you just scroll through DoorDash like it's a dating app, swipe left on sushi, swipe right on Thai. You spend 45 minutes browsing like you're making a life-altering decision, and then settle for the same thing you always get, overpriced wings that taste like cardboard by the time they show up. And then comes...
I called it. I called it, bro, but American Deli is delicious, though. Say what you want. Say what you want. It's good. But yeah, but you'll be over there on the app trying to act like you're going to get something different. Oh, let me switch it up this time. You're going to get the same thing, 10-piece with fries. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get the same thing. That's crazy, bro.
The delivery spiral. You start adding dumb extras like, yeah, I'll get the garlic bread and the brownie, and oh, why not throw in a second drink just in case I get thirsty during the meal I'm eating alone in the dark. And then it arrives cold, wrong sauce, missing utensils, and you still eat it while watching YouTube like a raccoon with...
Nah, if it comes wrong, if your order comes wrong, that'd be the worst, bro. That'd be the worst. And you still eat it. That'd be the crazy thing too. You still, I mean, what you gonna do? Waste the food? Nah, you pay for it, so you gotta still eat it. You know what I'm saying?
Wi-Fi. And after all that, you open your bank app and see $4.97 available. You've got an overdraft trauma and marinara sauce on your shirt. And the worst part, you do it again tomorrow, you sad fuck. Because in your head, somehow, that time it'll be worth it. Spoiler, it won't. You're not eating for convenience. You're chasing a dopamine hit from a soggy burrito and the thrill of opening a brown paper bag. And it doesn't help that grocery shopping is now an extreme sport. The idea of walking into a grocery store and actually planning meals, terrifying. It feels like you're being dropped into a boss fight with zero armor and a half-dead wallet. You walk in like, okay, I just need eggs,
That's why
bread.
you gotta plan. You gotta plan what you get from the store before you go to the store. Before you actually get there, you have to already know what you want to get. That way, you get in and you get out. And if you're getting if you do it often enough, you're gonna know what brands to get. Yeah, like you're gonna know what brands to get. That's gonna help you out with like knowing the prices and stuff. You don't have to memorize prices and things like that. You're gonna know. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna know the prices and stuff like that, and that just makes it easier. Saves you time. But yeah, it does sometimes. Sometimes you don't be feeling like that. You just want that 10-piece, bro.
Bread and maybe some chicken. 2 minutes later, you're standing in front of the milk aisle having a full-blown identity crisis. Oat, almond, soy, rice, coconut, hemp, lactose-free, fat-free, ultra-filtered, protein-infused, made from vibes. Why are there 74 types of milk? And none of them taste good. They just taste wet. The produce section is worse. You gotta grab it.
Why was I quiet the whole time too? Like, I was like, what's going on? Like,
A tomato and suddenly someone's giving you the side eye because it's like not organic. You're holding up a zucchini, like, am I supposed to wash this or worship it? And let's not even talk about prices. Like, why is a single bell pepper like $1.79? Does the bell pepper have fucking Wi-Fi? Then like, you go to the frozen aisle, you know, you black out for 10 minutes and you come back with 3 frozen pizzas and a bag of dino nuggets. You pass by things like raw salmon and quinoa and think, oh yeah, I should eat.
I'm not sure, but I feel like frozen food is just as bad as food that you would get like in the fast food. You feel me? So it's like if I go to the store, I'm probably not gonna get frozen food because I feel like it's just as unhealthy, unless it's like a prepped meal already. Like you know how sometimes they have those meal preps frozen. If it's that, that's one thing. But if it's just like something like a frozen pizza or like you said, like some nuggets or something, yeah, I'm probably not gonna buy it. I'd rather just go and eat out, to be honest. So I get my food, like I get real groceries that I had to cook and stuff if I'm going to the store personally. But that's just me though. I could be wrong, but I just feel like it's all the same.
Eat healthier. Then you remember you haven't touched a pan since 2022 and you're not ready to start now. By checkout, your cart looks like a 5-year-old was given $100 and told to go wild. Cereal, Pop-Tarts, energy drinks, 2 types of ice cream, and some random item you forgot existed like banana chips. You leave the store $96 poorer and somehow you still have no idea what you're eating for dinner. So because people are too clueless, scared, and anxious to shop for groceries, you end up settling on DoorDash yet again. You think your burger is $12? Oh, that's cute. Add the delivery fee, the service fee, the we felt like charging you fee, and the it's raining.
It's the fact that this is just hella accurate, bro. It's hella accurate. And if it's just a burger, you're probably paying a small order fee too. You know what I'm saying? And depending on where you get or where you go to get the food, or like on what app you're using, you're paying a please stop taking my money fee too. That might have been lame.
So we double the price fee and the tip you feel guilt-tripped into leaving, and suddenly you're paying $40 for a fucking sandwich you could have made at home with 2 brain cells while you were high on meth. And God forbid you try to be healthy, like that $14 salad turns into a $38 spiritual loss. Congratulations, you just paid the GDP of a small island nation for 5 leaves and a boiled egg. Even worse is they'll still find a way to fuck up your order. No napkins, no fork, no straw. Your drink is just raw liquid in a sweating cup. You open the bag. It's like it's a crime scene. Fries spilled, sauce leaking, sandwich sideways like it did a backflip in the car. And sometimes you get something completely different than what you ordered. You asked for teriyaki chicken,
so funny,
boom, shrimp top.
I don't know why that was so funny, bro. Well, that's so true, bro. It was like, damn, how's this nigga driving, bro? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Tacos, you asked for no onions, boom, extra onions in a passive-aggressive note. And when you try to get a refund, the app hits you with, sorry, that item is not available for compensation. Not eligible? I paid $19 for a smoothie and it showed up half full and lukewarm like it rode on someone's lap the whole way here. These apps have the audacity to offer a monthly subscription too, like only $9.99 a month, and you can keep getting scammed with no delivery fee. Bro, that's like offering free bullets with a gun you're already shooting me with. At this point, they should just call it what it is. Emotional damage in a paper bag. I think the worst part is in our society, people actually flex this. They'll say it with their whole chest. Yeah, I don't cook, I DoorDash everything. Like that's supposed to.
Okay. So this is just the convenience though? Oh, he said the convenience. I thought, okay, so that means he was just talking about food specifically. I thought he was going to bring up other things as well. But this is the singular convenience that's making us miserable. I mean, I don't think I'm not going to say it's not making us miserable. I'm trying to censor myself in the camera. But yeah, I'm not saying it's not making us miserable, but is it the thing? Because we're still getting food out of it. You know what I'm saying? You still get to eat at the end of the day, so you know it's not like you're that miserable
to impress someone. Like, we're all gonna nod and be like, wow, so independent. No, bro, you're not a boss. You are just willingly getting robbed in broad daylight by a chicken sandwich. That isn't like hustle culture. That's financial self-harm. You're out here posting screenshots of like $38 Chipotle orders like it's a badge of honor. Meanwhile, your bank account is gasping for air. One more burrito and it's gonna flatline. And they'll defend it too. Like, I don't have time to cook. Really? You just watched 7 hours of YouTube and reorganized your Discord rules. You had time. You just didn't have the will to peel a carrot. They'll try to turn it into an aesthetic like, oh, I'm so bad. I ordered sushi again. Lol. No, you're not bad. You're just broke and full of mercury. They think using food delivery for every meal makes them quirky and like mysterious. Like, yeah, I'm just too chaotic to cook. No, you just don't want to wash a pan. That's not mysterious. That's called being 23 and basically mentally impaired. And some people are in deep denial. It's not that expensive if you don't tip. Okay. When the driver spits in your food and you get sick and go to the hospital, that bill is probably going to be a bit more than the tip. At this point, people aren't eating out of convenience. They're eating to avoid responsibility. No groceries, no dishes, no cleanup, just a pile of brown paper bags and shame in your bedroom. You're not living your truth. You're just lazy. So yeah, we're all broke, bloated, and emotionally dependent on strangers bringing us food in paper bags. Cooking, dead. Groceries, optional. But hey, as long as you have $47 and zero shame, you can have a lukewarm quesadilla delivered straight to your door while you rot in bed watching Netflix. The food delivery epidemic isn't just real, it's winning. At this point, the only thing getting cooked around here is your bank account. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all next video. Peace.
Yeah, well, that was the video. Yeah, man, it's definitely become a big thing in today's world. You feel me? Ordering food is such a regular way of life for a lot of people, and I don't think it's ever going to change. I don't think so. But yeah, I don't think so. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, turn on post notifications, and I'm out.
Yep. Did she know I'm the one I go mental? How we running it, she need a medal. hit my phone, I couldn't get you.